Hello, and welcome back to another episode of Imperfect Marketing. I'm your host, Kendra Corman. So, I want you to think about that classic scene in Harry Potter where Harry first enters Diagon Alley. It's hidden behind the nondescript pub, accessed only by tapping just the right bricks in the wall. To any muggle, it's just another part of the backdrop, right? Unseen, unknown. But to wizards and witches, it's a vibrant market brimming with magic and possibility. So, why am I talking about Harry Potter? So now I want you to think about the Gmail promotions tab as your very own Diagon Alley. To the untrained eye or uninterested customer, it might seem like it's just another part of their crowded inbox, something that they ignore all the time, right? Easily overlooked, just like Diagon Alley. But for those in the know, your targeted audience, it's a treasure trove of special offers and exciting promotions that they're looking for. Being in the promotions tab does not mean that your emails are lost or are going to be ignored. It means that they're exactly where savvy shoppers and buyers expect to find your magical deals. Just like Diagon Alley, it's a special destination for those looking for something extra. So I want you to get over the promotions tab. And while I can't guarantee you're going to be in love with it by the end of this episode, you might be willing to hopefully stop complaining about it. Again, I just want you to shift your perspective on this a little bit. I have shifted my perspective and I'm letting my geek hang out with my Harry Potter references. And you'll probably get some Star Wars coming up here soon again. But again, I just want you to shift your perspective so that you can appreciate what's there. So let's start with what is the Gmail promotions tab, okay? So this was launched by Google as part of their inbox organization system. Oh, feels like forever ago, doesn't it? Anyway, it's designed to help them keep their emails sorted and manageable. Google created the tab with the intention of separating out those promotional emails from those more important and timely personal conversations and updates, right? So that is what ended up in the primary tab. And again, the idea is to allow users to explore promotional content at their leisure without it getting lost, without their other messages getting lost in their main inbox, if that makes sense. Now, how does Gmail decide what goes where? Well, of course, it's Google. So they have some pretty smart algorithms in the background, right? And it's using criteria to automatically filter your incoming emails into categories like primary, social, and promotions. These destinations are made based on content analysis, user behavior, and sender information. So, what lands an email in the promotions tab instead of primary? Well, there's several different factors. One is sales language. If your email sounds like a pitch or includes promotional phrases such as buy now, limited time offer, or similar, Gmail is likely to categorize that as promotional. Now, also your frequency of emails. Senders who email their list frequently with offers and updates are more likely to be sorted into promotions. And then, of course, there's HTML formatting. Emails that are rich in HTML content, those with complex layouts, multiple links, and embedded images signal promotional intent to Gmail's filters. That means if you're sending from ConvertKit or Constant Contact and staying compliant with your marketing emails, then odds are you're ending up on that promotions tab unless they take action to move you out of it. But there's benefits to being in that tab. Okay. Yes, it can be a good thing. So again, let's think about the mindset of users when they click on that tab. When users open their promotions tab, they're usually in a different headspace compared to when they're scrolling through their primary inbox. Here they're expecting to find offers, deals, information, maybe downloadables that they signed up for, webinars that they haven't signed up for. So they're actually sorting through promotions. And they're more open to discovering new products or services. It's like going shopping in their inbox, which is a powerful context for you to be able to tap into, right? They're shopping when they're in their promotions tab. So there's a few recent studies that have said emails in the promotions tab see a slightly lower open rate compared to those that end up in the primary tab. The click rates, though, are competitive because users in the promotions tab are there with a purpose. They're in the mood to explore and possibly make purchases, right? And that's what we want. Furthermore, there's an advantage that we shouldn't overlook. With your emails in the promotions tab, there's a lot less competition for value, right? That cluttered primary inbox that they can't sort through, that they can't really do a lot of things with because they're waiting to reply or waiting for another response or need to reply or need to add to their calendar or whatever that happens to be, there's less quality competition in that promotions tab. And so I think that that's really important because that increases the chance that your emails are going to be noticed and engaged with. So it's better to be a big fish in a small pond than to be lost in the ocean of the primary tab where every kind of email is vying for their attention. That promotions tab allows you to shine when users have already turned their minds to looking at offers. Okay, so best practices for email design and content that are going to perform well in the promotions tab. You want to have high quality images, attractive layouts. You want engaging headlines and pre-header text that's going to entice them to want to open. Whatever that is, whatever problem you're solving, whatever information you're sharing, you really want to have it there in that information. And then you're going to want to think about really personalizing it as much as you can, because that's going to get the open. They're going to feel that connection and open, read, and then potentially click. Now, I have clients that hate the promotions tab. They complain about it all the time. We're ending up on the promotions tab. Yes, because we're sending a promotional email. I get it. It's fine. So if you want to solve the puzzle of getting on the right tab and you want that right tab to be the primary tab, you can guide your subscribers on how to manage their emails right from the start. So let me go ahead and give you a couple of suggestions on how to do this when they're signing up and from your welcome emails. So first up, transparency is key. During the sign up process, inform them where they can expect to find your emails. I just redid all of my thank you pages to let people know who the email is from and what the subject line is of every download they request, so that way they know where they can find it in case it goes into their spam, their junk, their promotions tab, wherever, right? So think about potentially on your, if you really hate the promotions tab, on your ending and on your thank you page for anything that they sign up for or sign up confirmation, or even in the welcome email. Heads up, our emails might land in your promotions tab. Be sure to check there for exclusive deals and offers you won't want to miss. So you're letting them know to check that tab because that's where stuff might be. Now, let's assume that that someone really, really, really wants to get your emails in their primary tab because you send value all the time. You're like me, right? You should provide them with clear instructions on how to do that if that's what you want to happen. So in the welcome email, you could say, want to keep all of our updates front and center? Simply drag this email from your promotions tab to your primary tab. Gmail will ask if you want to do this for future messages. Just click yes, and you'll be all set. Again, conversational requests, direction. They're not feeling forced, but it's something that they want. They're going to move it over there. Now, if you have people that are a bit more tech savvy on your list, you can also mention how to set up a filter that directs emails to their primary tab. So you could say something like, prefer to automate things? Click on the arrow next to the reply button in this email, select filter messages like these, and then set it to always send emails from our address to the primary tab. Again, always giving them options and ways to do this. Which option you pick depends upon the sophistication of your followers. So by guiding your subscribers on how to manage their inbox settings, you're not just enhancing their experience, but improving the chances that your emails get the attention that you really want them to have, right? But again, the promotions tab is not the end of the world. So I want you to shift that perspective a bit on the promotions tab and understand it might be a good place for you to be when your prospects are in a buying mindset. Overall, quality content rules the day, regardless of whatever tab you're falling on, okay? So, up next, we're going to be chatting about subject lines on our next Imperfect Marketing brief that comes out next Tuesday. But in the meantime, if you are interested in writing better subject lines, jump on over to kendracorman.com/subject lines to get my new and updated subject line tips and my 27 best performing subject lines that are going to get your emails opened because they intrigue people to the level that they want to read more. Thank you so much for tuning in to another episode of Imperfect Marketing. I'm your host, Kendra Corman. If you learned something from this episode, or if I changed your perspective, it would really help me out if you would like and subscribe wherever you're listening or watching. Thanks again, and I'll see you soon.